Hello everybody, this is Conquering History Games, and welcome back to another Stellaris Custom Civilization. We're still on early access here for Stellaris Megacore, and because of that, I'm going to continue to show off some Megacore civilizations that I've made. So today we are going to be looking at the Liotta family. Let's start with their flavor text. All their lives, the Liottas wanted to be gangsters. Every member of their species grew up with stories of how the Haikar crime family began in a working-class neighborhood of New Yataru City centuries before rising to unite and control planet-wide government. They were one of several families that used nefarious methods in the slave market to begin overthrowing the society that had kept their people marginalized. The key problem against unification had been the issue of where the planet's slave labor pool was to come from if the global rival families ever united. Kutrok Haikar solved this with his scientists' discovery of the existence of space hyperlanes and the near certainty of sentient life elsewhere in the galaxy. With this knowledge, the Haikar took their place as first among equals in the greater Liotta family. As the Liotta spread their wings to the stars, the entire galaxy has become their market. They just have not realized it yet. So, I wanted to have some sort of criminal syndicate family included in the upcoming battle royale, because we got the mega corporation here, and I remember some people were going, but they're not evil enough. It's like, dude, I'm not saying Disney's evil. That's not the joke. We're over here. These are the ones who are going to be a little bit rougher. These are the ones that are basing themselves in the slave trade, and they're going to be building their outposts in other planets, and trying to increase crime and create unrest in those areas. And I went with the chained background, with the rods and stuff and the whips behind this guy. So let's talk about them. They are a corporation. That means administrative cap plus 20, empire size penalty plus 50%. Every 20 years, they elect a new ruler, or godfather in this case. They have a criminal heritage. This is the key part of their culture. This mega corporation can trace its origins back to a crime syndicate that eventually grew powerful enough to supplant all forms of local government. This means they cannot join commercial pacts, they cannot join federations, they can build branch offices on the planet of any regular empire they have no war or active truce with. Crime on branch office planets increases branch office value, and they can build special crime increasing corporate buildings. They also have indentured assets. This mega corporation specializes in large indentured workforces. It has little to do with the barbaric practice of slavery. These workers are merely paying off their debts indefinitely. So that increases their slave output, and then slave pop ratio is set at 40%. They are authoritarian. A strong guiding hand is essential to the success of any civilization. The alternative would be anarchy and chaos. It is the duty of the state to steer its citizens towards the paths that are the most productive. This is going to increase their influence every month, as well as workers' output. It allows for a stratified economy living standards. They can also enslave aliens. That's going to be a key part of them. But they cannot be democratic, which is fine. Now, they are xenophobes. Obviously, they need to be this so that they can enslave aliens as well as purge them. Decreased opinions for other species. They cannot give aliens full citizenship. They cannot allow aliens full military service. And they cannot use the refugees welcome species policy, increasing their pop growth speed by 10% and reducing their starbase influence cost by 20%. The stakes could not be higher as we reach into the vast uncharted expanses of the galaxy, for we are gambling with the very survival of our species. Never trust the alien. Its false smile hides an unknowable mind. And finally, militarists claim influence cost has been reduced by 10% and the ship fire rate is increased. So I was kind of thinking about this, if I should do militarist or not, but I didn't want to go materialist, because materialist in Stellaris does not necessarily mean money, 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 I want money. It's more of an anti-spiritualist sort of concept, and I just did not think it was fitting. But I figured these are crime families. They've gotten a bit violent, and it's sort of just ingrained into their species over time. So, it kind of sucks because they're militarist, meaning they might be at war more often than others, which is going to hurt their criminal heritage branch offices, because ideally the criminal syndicate wants to just have branch offices everywhere in other empires and not be at war with any of them and just rake in the cash, basically. So it's kind of it ebbs and flows. It ebbs and flows, like depending on whether they're at war or not. So we'll see how that turns out. They are one of the avian species, as you can see here. This species itself is ingenious. Members of this species are good at thinking outside the box and know how to maximize the efficiency of their infrastructure and power grid, so this is going to increase the energy credits they get from jobs. They are thrifty. Members of this species are instinctively economical and are always looking to make a good profit, whatever corners need cutting, so that's going to increase their trade value. But they are quarrelsome, while not inherently distrustful. Members of this species are often socially combative, and they are decadent. This species believes that whenever there is hard work that needs doing, that work is always best done by somebody else. So there you have it. Home world is Pesci. Avian ships are what they're going to use. And there's actually one other thing I wanted to show you guys. And that is going to be, because you now have the ability to preset certain starting solar systems, or like solar system types, I went with the random trinary. So their sun's name is going to be Corleone. And because it's a trinary star, you'll have Corleone A, B, and C, representing the three Corleone brothers from the Godfather books and movie. So that was just a little detail I wanted there. But also, because there's going to be 3 stars, they could potentially have 3 areas that are giving them additional resources in their home system. So that's going to give them a boost. Because remember, this is all about who's going to win in the end. And so that's probably going to help offset that they're militarist, which means they're more likely to be fighting people, even though they should be at peace. So we'll just have to see how the AI handles it. But thank you for joining me. This has been another custom civilization, the Liotta family. Thank you for joining me. Please subscribe if you have not already, and be sure to go to the description and check out the playlist so you can see all the other custom civilizations that I am making in the build-up to the free-for-all. I will see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.